Who was the Atlanta Ripper, the serial killer who brutally ended the lives of African American women over a century ago? The Atlanta of the early 20th century was a city of contradictions, rapidly growing, yet deeply segregated. Industrial expansion drew many African Americans seeking work, but with this growth came overcrowding, poverty, and rampant racism. The criminal justice system failed to protect black communities, often ignoring crimes against them, particularly women. It was within this harsh reality that the Atlanta Ripper struck. The victims shared several tragic similarities. All were young African American women, often working class, with jobs as domestic servants or laborers. They were attacked at night, usually while walking home along deserted streets. The killings were gruesome. Victims were stabbed or bludgeoned, their throats often slashed. Despite the violent nature of the crimes, robbery was never a motive, as personal belongings were left untouched. The murders escalated between 1911 and 1912, with multiple killings reported in quick succession. Newspapers sensationalized the events, dubbing the unknown murderer the Atlanta Ripper. Fear swept the city, especially among black women, who began altering their routines to avoid traveling alone at night. By 1913, the killings slowed, and though similar murders continued sporadically, public interest waned. The police response was riddled with incompetence and racial bias. Law enforcement efforts were fragmented and disorganized, reflecting the era's indifference toward crimes affecting African Americans. The community's distrust in police was well-founded, as witnesses often faced intimidation and felt unsafe coming forward. Despite several arrests and interrogations, no suspect was ever definitively linked to the murders. Local newspapers added to the confusion by publishing exaggerated and conflicting reports. Lacking both forensic technology and coordinated efforts, investigators struggled to piece together the mystery. Over the years, several theories have emerged regarding the identity and motives of the Atlanta Ripper. One theory suggests that the crimes were the work of a single serial killer. The consistency of the attacks, targeting young black women with brutal methods, fits the modern psychological profile of a serial offender. Yet others argue the murders may have been committed by multiple individuals, with some taking advantage of the panic to commit copycat crimes. There is also speculation that the killings were racially motivated, possibly carried out by white supremacists. However, no evidence of involvement by organized hate groups has ever surfaced. Another theory proposes that some of the murders may have stemmed from domestic violence, though the lack of evidence makes this difficult to confirm. Media coverage, though sensational, did bring some awareness to the case. Newspapers like the Atlanta Constitution published lurid headlines comparing the Ripper to the infamous Jack the Ripper in London. Unfortunately, this sensationalism often overshadowed genuine efforts to solve the case. Despite community activism, the city's systemic racism prevented any real progress. For many, the Atlanta Ripper case became a tragic symbol of the broader injustices African Americans faced in the early 20th century. If you found this story intriguing, be sure to like and subscribe to Baffling Mysteries for more chilling tales of the world's greatest enigmas.